This is not a drill. A $9.6 billion Bitcoin whale just sold everything. He purchased it back in 2010 for $54,000. Gone. All of it in a single move. But here's the part no one's talking about. Got you covered. And at the same time, a major media corporation just dumped $250 million into crypto, snatching up Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, Dogecoin, and even XRP. Now ask yourself, why would they be doing that right now? What do they know that we don't? And if that wasn't wild enough, buckle up, because the Genius Act, it's getting signed into law. This is the biggest financial legislation since 2008. And it's not just another crypto bill. This one is giving us the green light for banks to issue their own stable coin. Enter Ripple Bank. And after years of testing behind the scenes, the banks, they're ready to make their moves. We got the proof. You're not going to believe what's coming next. And if you're still sleeping on this market, well, this video, it's going to be your wake-up call. So stay locked in, because by the end of this video, you're going to understand why we might be standing on the edge of a financial revolution. Welcome to the Bullwinkle Blueprint. As always, make sure you subscribe to the channel, turn on the notifications so you never miss an epic moment, and hit that thumbs up button. It is a free way to support the channel, and it tells YouTube, hey, Rip got amazing content. Let's tell other people about his content. And if you're looking to go ad-free and become a channel member, at the end or at the below every video, there's a join button. Go ahead, give it a click. Bitcoin, $119,327. It's currently up 1.2%. Ethereum coming out of 3,616. It's currently up 5.7%. And XRP, yeah, buddy, it's currently up $3.48, almost 7% in the past 24 hours. It'll be very interesting to see how XRP plays out today. If we see a little bit of a correction, a dip, trying to flip our resistance into support. Let's keep our eyes on that. Total cryptocurrency market cap, $3.89 trillion, as we are approaching that $4 trillion level. Now, Jacob King put this out. One of the largest Bitcoin whales in history just liquidated their entire stack. And it wasn't just any stack. It was worth $9.6 billion. Could you imagine? I don't know if I'll be able to hold this long. If I got in at 2010 for $54,000 and it's worth $9.6 billion, I'm pretty sure I would have been out a long time ago. Well, guess what? It's gone. And it happened the same week the US government announced it's enforcing stablecoin audits, starting with Tether. Interesting, right? This is the moment we've been warned about, because for years, Bitcoin has pumped by one thing: fake money. Tether has printed billions of dollars with barely any oversight. That money flows directly into Bitcoin, propping it up like a house of cards. And now the audit spotlight's here, and the whales are running for the exits. You see, analysts have shown Tether inflows literally front-run Bitcoin rallies. And it's not just the theory anymore, it's data-backed. So when a $9.6 billion wallet that has been dormant since the Satoshi era decides to fully exit the market, that's not just profit taking, that's panic. Dog going nuts. I think there's someone's smoke detector's going off. So if you're still in denial about the Tether Bitcoin relationships, you need to open your eyes, because this is the type of unwind that causes a full-blown cascade. If Tether reserves aren't legit and the US audit confirms that, we're talking about the biggest bubble collapse in crypto history. Bigger than Terra, bigger than Celsius, and bigger than FTX. And all in the meantime, we get this. Thumbs Up Media. I never heard of them. Maybe you have. Well, they're buying up to $250 million in crypto, and XRP is among the list. So we got a major crypto company just dropped $250 million out of nowhere. Bitcoin, ETH, Solana, XRP, and even Dogecoin. This is huge. Now, here's what makes the difference between your typical headlines, because they're not just buying Bitcoin like Tesla did. They're going full portfolio mode. They're even stacking USDC. That's kind of diversification is a clear signal. This isn't about hype. It is about preparing for a new financial foundation. But ask yourself this question. Why would a company do this right now? Midway through 2025 as the Fed delays rate cuts and market volatility surges. Could they be positioning ahead of regulatory clarity? Because we all know what's coming. A possible supply shock? Or do they know something that the public doesn't? But here's where it gets wild. They aren't just a media company. They touch mobile payments and point of sale systems in over 20 countries. Imagine a future where you're paying for dinner using a thumbs up terminal and it's settling an XRP or USDC. Folks, we're not talking about speculation anymore. We're talking about infrastructure. This is wild. And then Brad Garlinghouse drops a bomb right here. This is a massive statement from Brad. He says the last major financial regulation bill was passed 15 years ago in response to the 2008 financial crisis. He states tomorrow, the signing of the Genius Act cements the U.S. future in becoming a leader in truly innovative financial technology. Stablecoins. There was a reason that Ripple has gotten into the stablecoin game. There's a reason Ripple is looking to open their own bank. He says this moment is a historic one. And I, for one, I'm looking forward to all of this as it comes as a result of this transformational legislation. This is huge, everyone. This is going to allow the big boys, the Wall Streets, the institutional players, the big money to finally enter the crypto game. And then Smoke put this out. I want you to listen to this and let's talk about it because this is big right here.
Launching their own stablecoins now?
I do. I think that's a base expectation. We actually know that many of these banks have been involved in digital currency experimentation processes for many years. So this is final, and they are mostly prepared for this already, having lobbied to get this legislation to include ways that will really advantage this U.S. onshore dollar system. So this is, the banks in the United States are already prepared for this moment, and we should see a lot of news come out after the president signs.
All right, guys. So something absolutely massive is going on in crypto. Let's just call it what it is. No one's ready for it. Banks are about to drop a bombshell. After years of silently testing digital cash behind closed doors, they're finally ready to roll out stablecoins. And the trigger here, it's the Genius Act, which is getting signed into law today. This changes everything. We're talking JP Morgan, Citibank, Bank of America, the very institutions that once laughed at crypto. They've been preparing in silence. And once this law hits the books, they're going to flood into the market with their own digital dollars. This isn't speculation. This is by design. Let me show you what's been hiding in plain sight, folks. Because behind the scenes, these banks, they've been running pilot programs, using tokenized dollars to settle transactions, move collateral, even replace internal cash systems. They partnered with the New York Fed, the BIS, and private blockchains like Providence, Ripple, and even Ethereum sidechains. Do you remember Project Guardian? How about Project Marina? How about Project Helvelta? These weren't academic experiments. These were rehearsals, everyone. And now the final act is here. So the real question, which stablecoin is going to become the US standard? We know it's not going to be Tether. Is it going to be Circle or is it going to be RLUSD? And which blockchains are about to be flooded with trillions of tokenized dollars? That answer will determine the next bull run and possibly the next global reserve structure. Don't blink. It all starts today. with the Genius Act. And then we get this. Dark Defender puts his chart out. He tells you the targets we're looking for. I agree with them. 585 and then 976 are the next two targets to pay attention to on the XRP chart. It's all happening this year. But remember, this move that we are experiencing, it's not random. It's not lucky. It's definitely not programmed. And if we stay on schedule, we are looking at a full-blown supply shock scenario, especially when those ETFs unlock. Remember, the winners, they're never the loudest in the room. They're the ones studying while the world is distracted. We're looking to hold above 340 and 320. That's it. But either way, this train has left the station. You're either on it or you're waving from the platform. And if you're here, you're ahead of the herd. Stay sharp, stay humble, and most of all, stay steps ahead. I'm going to leave it like that. Make sure you hit that like button, the thumbs up on your way out. Other than that, enjoy your day. Happy weekend, everyone.